Good morning. We are at the Mt Bierstadt trailhead and Guanala Pass. And the objective today is Mt Bierstadt and traversing the Sawtooth and Mount Evans today. And so we've done Mt Bierstadt. I'm not going to get much of Mt Bierstadt today on the video. We've already climbed this one. You can check out that video in a previous video from last year. I'm sorry if the camera is shaking a little bit. It's cold. It's definitely below freezing. Don't know what the temp is. I'm guessing 20-25 degrees. Supposed to be high in the mid 30s today. 0% chance of precipitation. Should be a beautiful day. It's just great to be out here. Mid-October. It's October 15. So anyway, when we start having some daylight, we will see where we're at that point. About 2.5 miles in, about an hour and a half in, we're starting to see some daylight in the east. There's Bierstadt, and there's the Sawtooth right there. Making our way up this hill here. When I did this last time, this was all snow. We did this in early June, first weekend in June last year. This was all snow yet. And we just plowed our way up, straight up the side of this hill here, up to the ridge. And that's the ridge we're aiming for in that direction. And there's our summit of Bierstadt. Over here, we're getting a pretty clear view of that Sawtooth. It looks like the Sawtooth there, that section right there, it looks pretty horrible. I would say, I'm guessing, center screen-ish. Right in that area is where you make your climb up. You do your climb and then you gain the ridge about there, halfway down, then you climb up the rest. I don't know if you don't have to go up to the top of that Sawtooth, but that's where we're headed, Lord willing. summit, Bierstadt, whatever. Mount Bierstadt. 14,066 feet. It's good to be up here. Let me give you a view of what I'm looking at, what lies ahead here. So this is basically the route that you take. Right there is the Sawtooth. The object of the game is to get there and then take this ridge all the way to Evans, which is right there. Okay, so the route here, you basically stay to the, it's focusing on my finger, I don't want that. You stay to the right of this ridge here. Pardon me. Stay to the right of the ridge. When you get to this thing, kind of cut around the middle here, and there's a little notch on the other side of this, and then you move to the left side of the ridge, and eventually you make it to this ridge right here and go up. So that's our route. Slightly intimidating at the moment. I'm gonna get something to eat real quick, but I think we're gonna go for it. This was the goal, this was the objective. I've done Bierstadt before. I want to get Evans. I want number 24 today. So, that's Abyss Lake, by the way. Beautiful. Yeah. It's very steep in the descent here, so take it very slow and careful. And we'll see how it goes, one step at a time. Yeah, gotta tell you, a little nervous, but we're gonna go for it. Part of the way down here, yeah, every step is very carefully done, but it's very doable. Just gotta be real careful. You gotta take your time and just watch every foothold. The snow adds a little bit of an extra variable, but so far very steep down, but lots of easy rocks. Rocks are pretty solid, lots of handholds, not real dangerous. There's other people out here too, so I am not alone. There's people on the mountain with me today, so we are making our way over. But looking forward to getting out of the snow stuff and down into that area where there's no snow. I'm really looking forward to that. We're almost there. It's going really well. It's just super calm. I can't believe how calm it is. There's no wind. But what really helps here, there's a lot of cairns. Well, not a lot of cairns, but they exist. You just gotta look for the cairns. There's a cairn right there. And as you go, there's just little cairns as you go, and you're basically just hugging this ridge. There's my people down there, if you can see them. But yeah, you're basically just hugging this ridge all the way around. And yeah, it's really cool, really neat stuff. Getting closer and closer all the time. We're making it. We're doing the Sawtooth. I can't believe it. This is awesome. But here's our progress so far. We are almost down to our low point. This dips down to about 13,300, and it's at that little notch there in the center of the screen there. And that's where we need to end up, right there. And then we start making our descent. Excuse me, our ascent at that point. All right, onward and downward. There's Abyss Lake. That's Bierstadt. We've come all that way. I am now right next to this big slab that I aimed for, and what do you know? There's a cairn. There's cairns right through here. And what I need to do now is that, see that tower in the middle of the screen there? There's a notch right below that. I want to end up at that notch, and then we get to start our ascent right there. So you see that really gnarly steep spot right there? You don't do that. You go off to the right. but we have to climb up that. So that is the Sawtooth, people. We are making progress for all my dear Canadians. Lots and lots of progress. Well, we have concluded the down climb portion of our show today. Until later, of course, when we have to go back down to the trailhead, but we have reached the notch. That notch I was talking about, here we are. And now it's all uphill from here. Class 3, man, I think I've been through class 3 all morning since I left Bierstadt. Good grief. That was pretty crazy. But that was crazy down. Now we get to go crazy up. There's Abyss Lake. And there's Summit of Bierstadt. Looking towards the summit of Evans, that's a false summit. And that's where we're headed. Oh, and I should give you a nice peek through the notch here. A nice little peek at Grace and Tori's. Right there. There they are. Well, this is about to get real, people. Well, I haven't come far. But came up to this cairn here, very nice cairn. I thought we were done with our down, but no. Looks like we're going down again, and then up again. Oh goody. Anyway, making our way around that. Come on, heart, keep up. I'm experiencing some heart palpitations here. So I'm gonna take a break, sit here. Just let my heart rest. I don't know where that came from. Felt it a little bit on the approach to Bierstadt, but it wasn't bad. But just now I had a sizable palpitation here. Like, okay, start again, please. So, might be a long haul. I'm gonna let my heart rest now until it's totally rested. Sit. We'll see how this goes. My heart's not palpitating at all. It's feeling fine now. So when I exerted myself, I didn't even exert myself that much. I was really taking it easy and slow. I love climbing mountains, but you have to be very careful. One thing I do want to note is follow the cairns. This is cairn very well. Right up there, maybe you can see one, it's right there. Follow the cairns. And it's going to go up there, up that slope, up to the top there. It's going to get real steep here. But yeah, it's cairned out real well. So watch for cairns and you'll be fine. You'll be fine if your heart keeps beating. Almost around this gendarme thing, this spire. See the next notch right over there that we got to cross over into and go on to the left side of these towers. This has definitely been interesting climbing through here. There was one pretty challenging move, and I knew I had to take it because there were cairns. I mean, it was the only way to get up to the cairns that I was seeing. Plugging away, taking my time, See the cairns? I see exactly where I have to go. Thank you to whoever put those cairns up here. Fantastic. What an experience this is. Wow. The next notch. I need to take a break again. But look at that. That's what we get to go up. The final big push to the top. Yes, that right there is the Sawtooth. The last push right there. We get through that, and Bob has a meeting scheduled with the Lord. Actually, there's been one going on here for a while as to what to do when we get to the top. Do we go down or do we go up?
For the drop off?
Oh yeah,
that was terrifying. I'm gonna just.
Yeah, that is quite something.
I got chilly again. I'm gonna look at my feet.
I got chilly again.
Going back to where I need to be.
Look over to the left side of the gully, right up there. Met a couple guys from Minnesota. They're gonna show me the way up. Baby steps. But we're in the last section. So is crazy, crazy steep. And making the final pitch, and what a pitch it is. Good old cairns, but the route from here on out is pretty obvious. Up is the way. Looking back on the ledge that we walked next to. All that whole way, right there in the center of the screen, is the route we took. Bierstadt. I believe I'm almost to the top. Just to show you a little bit about what we just went through. There's no way I was going to video through that area. It was about 1 foot in front of the other. And just keep going. But there's that gendarme we went around earlier. And then we came through to this side, right through that opening. And then we walked that whole ridge. Right there. And then we ascended right there, right by the guy's head, behind his head. And now here we are, almost to the top of the Sawtooth. Wow. made it. We made it. Wow. Feels good. This is the top of the Sawtooth. On top of the Sawtooth. Looking over at Bierstadt. And I ain't getting too close to the edge, but you can see the route. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it. On the other side. Now, to Evans or not to Evans? That is the question. Do I go to Evans or do I go down? Aye, aye, aye. So we're going for it. On to Evans. It's really hard to make it this far and not just finish it off. Feeling really bad. I really wanted to be back for events going on back home. Feel bad. Leah and Mitch have a response running the church picnic and really feeling like I need to be there, show support. I'll make it there, just not on time. Bierstadt, Sawtooth. It's a nice trail. Just stay to the right. You'll get there. Stay to the right. I'm gonna turn around, I think, because my conscience is bothering me pretty bad. I told my kids I'd be back for that church picnic. And you know what? I better be back for that church picnic. I just looked at the map. I still got at least, probably a mile to go yet. There's no way I'm gonna make it happen. So I'm gonna turn around. We'll get Evans another day. But I'm having a miserable time. My conscience is killing me. My word is my word. And I'm just gonna head down. Got a great shot of my route up to the Sawtooth from here from Bierstadt. There's that Sawtooth. Besides all that, my legs are cramping up something fierce. We'll get this another day, another way. That's not even Mount Evans summit. The summit's beyond that, but yeah, I'm headed down. There's Sawtooth and Bierstadt. I'm headed down towards this gully that takes me down basically through the Willows and then back to the parking lot. Taking this route down here. I'll try to show you how this goes as I go, but it's pretty straightforward really. You just hit this gully. You can see the gully down there. Right down there, it leads you down into the Willows and back to the parking lot right over there. Coming down into this gulch here. An area that gets pretty steep. You gotta be real careful from what I've read. So progress report. That's Bierstadt. Way the crap up there. This is really quite a gully. It's a long slog up. Not a pleasant way to get Mount Evans. I gotta tell you, this is quite something. But I am almost to the bottom. Heart palpitations, gone. Even when I was going up Evans, and making an attempt for that. No trouble. So it happened. I rested. It went away. It was okay. So, hey, I got it. I got Bierstadt and the Sawtooth, which counts as a 13er. So, kind of cool. I think it counts as a 13er. I'm gonna have to look it up. The guy on top that I was talking to said it counts. I'll check her out. You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna count it. Sawtooth counts as a 13er. That is from whence we have come. Here's Bierstadt. Yeah, came down from that gully right up there. And now things are starting to level off a little bit. Not so miserably steep. And we are in much easier terrain. Then in a little while, we'll descend a little bit more again until we hit the valley. And then it's willow time. Flat ground, kinda. We're gonna have to go up that hill there a little bit, but mostly flat ground. Bierstadt there. Looking up at the Sawtooth up there. And there's the gully we came down. Amazing.
Let's get ready to rumble!
These are the Willows. This is actually pretty dry. A minute ago, I was in very not dry. Oh. Ay. Case in point. Kind of pretty though. The ice and stuff. Alright. Might as well give you some comic relief here. So far so good. Finding the stones to step on. Okay. Ay. I've been having to follow all trails quite closely to just find some kind of a trail. Oh yeah. Let's try this way. This is not going to be fast, people. Oh man. Oh, shh. Shoot. So everything you read online about the Willows, it's true. You'll get your feet muddy. You'll lose the trail. It's all happened already. And I haven't even hit the main area yet. So, fun. That's kind of pretty back there with Bierstadt right behind me. It is a beautiful place. No doubt about it. So far, I must report that All Trails is not lying about where they say the trail is. Following it according to what they offer, and it's pretty much spot on. The trouble is when you hit these marshy areas, the trail kind of doesn't really matter. Now to get your hip waders on. Man. Very frozen. But this is my path. I hope it too is very frozen. Oh boy. It's not. You can see right on down in the water there. Oh boy. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Bloop, bloop. Bloop. And one final leap. Oh, I made it. It's a boggy, marshy place. It's kind of a swamp. Okay, looking back. High ground. High ground is fantastic. High ground is dry ground. Anyway, that gully right there, center screen, that's what we came down. Nice view of that miserable thing. Wow. Coming down was hard. Going up must be hard. Thank you, Ruskies. All right, here we go. Scott Gomer Creek, by the way, if you really care. I know I do. It's been quite obvious for the trails. So, muddy is all get out. Here we go. Whee! Squish, squish. But, still on the trail. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I can see where you'd lose the trail at this point because I am taking a detour. I still got muddy and wet crap on my shoes. Okay. All right. I do know you gotta hug these trees. When you get in here, these trees here, stay just to the right of them. And don't cross the creek yet. Yes, I said creek. I'm from the Midwest. It's all water right there, people. Okay. High ground. Look for high ground. Oh boy. Oh, slosh, slosh. Oh boy. Whew. Oh yeah. That's cold. Okay. My shoes are not waterproof, by the way. And that's bad on me. I don't know what world you're supposed to do. See, this is great. So I'm finding some high ground through some smaller willows. Oh, blood muffins. Wipe out. Okay. Do people see an option here? That goes through water. That goes through water. Maybe that is the way to go. Let's try it. You'll get to come along with me on this adventure. Don't go there. Okay, let's see. A leap for freedom or bushwhack? My leap for freedom is going to put me on an island. All right. Too bad. What's helping me is that it's been freezing up here at night. So some of this ground is somewhat hard. Not good. Just a little better than not good. All right. That. Like. Hey, there we go. Oh, never mind. We don't go. All right. Most videos I see of the Sawtooth climb. They don't have any video of the Willows. Well, I'm gonna take care of that. Oh boy. Alright. Very nice. In the process, I might have lost the trail. I'm gonna check all trails in a minute. But, ooh, looky here. Now, who knows if this is the trail, but looks like we have a patch of dry ground here. Well, that did not go well. The good news is that I have not lost the trail. The bad news is, yeah, I was left with no options. We are probably about a mile away from the trailhead at this point, so we're cruising. We're doing good again. High dry ground again. I love it. Uh-oh. It looks like this was short-lived. There's the Willows we came through, the trail, and the main trail to Mt Bierstadt. That's something. Did it all the way around. Completed our loop. And what we got now is a nice easy stroll all the way to the parking lot. I understand how people can lose that trail through the Willows. I used the All Trails app and it was a tremendous help. I highly recommend it. But there you have it. We got Mt Bierstadt and the Sawtooth today, and part of the way to Evans before I realized I was in big trouble time-wise. So that's okay. It was a great day. It's great to get out, especially mid-October. It's really quite something. No problem. Yeah, crossing that creek is no big deal. All the rocks were real solid. So I think I'm done getting my feet wet. Although I probably should have gotten them wet. I could have used my shoes to get cleaned off. Anyway, that will be it from this one. Thanks again for watching. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.